What's going on, guys? Asian Guy here, bringing you the top 10 most anticipated legends for One Piece Treasure Cruise as voted by you guys. Thank you to everyone that responded to the Google documents, and we have got a pretty interesting list of 10 units here. We will also have honorable mentions just before we announce the first place position. Now, I'm guessing most of you guys have at least 2 or 3 guesses as who is going to be the first place, and I would say it's pretty darn obvious. I will, however, be excluding Brook as well as Big Mom, who place respectively 2nd and 3rd, pretty damn high up the list. And you know what? I had nothing to do with it, but Brook and Big Mom are indeed going to be coming out within the next month or so, within the next 30 days, I believe, along with a 6+, and now that has been leaked by VJump on the Japan server of One Piece Treasure Cruise, so very exciting stuff. Now, because we are excluding Brook and Big Mom, I did take the next 2, so 11th and 12th place votes, and those, well, 10th place is a very interesting character. Let's just dive right into it. Well, as we all know, the world did not become Arlong's empire. That is right, in 10th place, you guys, you freaking trolls, voted for Arlong. He is, however, the first major antagonist in One Piece. He did have the highest attack stat in One Piece Treasure Cruise for such a long time. So I guess you could say in One Piece Treasure Cruise, he was able to make his empire for some time because he was the best go-to captain 2-time slashes back in the golden days. I say golden days, but it's more like the dark days. It was the gold standard. You wanted to have that 2-times attack before Raid Mihawk was the go-to captain. But yeah, Arlong, guys, very interesting picks. He had over 80 votes. 80 people went out of their way to type Arlong as one of their most wanted legends. But thank you to everyone that put that down. Arlong was very interesting to see. When I first saw his name creeping into the top 10 or around that area, I was like, damn, are people memeing me or do they genuinely like Arlong? And then when I saw over 80, I just knew people must like Arlong. It might be attached because of the One Piece Treasure Cruise days. He was a lot of people's favorite characters back then. He does have a cool attack animation, his unevolved form when he uses his hands that... I'm so glad you guys can't see me doing that in real life. And his also big downward slash was a very easy perfect to hit as well. So yeah, Arlong, legend Arlong. It could potentially happen with an East Blue Villains batch, you know, which has Don Krieg in as well. Very interesting possibilities. Bandai, if you're watching, legend Arlong, not a bad shout. In 9th place, likewise to Arlong, a major antagonist of their specific arc from the Thriller Bark arc. I'm so surprised we still do not have this character as a legend or as some sort of rare recruit batch yet from the Thriller Bark series or the Thriller Bark arc. It's kind of difficult to say that. It is Gekko Moria, former Shichibukai, a massive character in the series at the time. I have really no clue why they haven't introduced any of the Thriller Bark units as rare recruits. So you've got Perona there, you've also got Ryuma there, you've also got Oars Jr., Nightmare Luffy. Brook was first introduced in this arc as well. There's so many different characters you can make for the rare recruit batch that comes with this Gekko Moria as a legend. They've given him a limited rare recruit. They are fully aware that he is quite a big character. Every single limited rare recruit is kind of like a mini fan favorite. Just make him a goddamn legend already. Alright, even Coomer appears in this arc. There's so much going on in this arc. Just do it. You could even have the whole, the Megazord that they created. I can't remember who it was. Frankie, Luffy, was it Sanji and Zorro? Everyone except Robin, like they fused together for the little bit of a meme. But honestly, Bandai, if you're watching, if for some magical, miraculous reason you're watching, please, Thriller Bark arc units, get it done. Let's move on to number 8. 悪運尽きた。さあ、
それはどうかの？てめえは。世界は我々の答えを待っている。
In number 8, we have none other than Luffy's father, the leader of the Revolutionary Army. That would be Monkey D. Dragon. As you saw from that clip, it seems like he has the ability of some sort to manipulate weather, to manipulate tornadoes, or manipulate the wind. Some sort of thing like that, that also fits in with the theme of being a dragon. We don't really know what he does yet, and for that reason, we're unlikely to see him in One Piece Treasure Cruise anytime soon, which is a real shame, because he, by far, is one of those characters that has very minimal screen time. I believe he has like less than, throughout the entire series of One Piece, less than 10 minutes of screen time, yet he is still quite a solidly popular character. So when he gets introduced to One Piece Treasure Cruise, most likely going to come with a ridiculous Revolutionary Army batch. We don't know too much about the Revolutionary Army just yet, but damn, we know Kuma's in there, we know Ivankov's in there. Pretty big characters, pretty strong characters as well. And if you do read the manga, we do know a little bit more about the Revolutionary Army, but this video is not going to be containing any manga spoilers. So yeah, I cannot wait for Monkey D. Dragon myself, from Oda himself specifically, to put him in the manga, show us what he does, how he fights, the way his brain functions, how he thinks, those kind of things. He is a character, an enigma, a real big mystery, but I cannot wait. When he does come to One Piece Treasure Cruise, it's going to blow up the game, if the game is still alive at that point. But we'll just have to wait and see. Monkey D. Dragon, there you have it.
Amaretaし。
しかもよりにもよって白陵のスモーカーに捕まるなんて。
Next up, we have got Smoker, the man who gets shut down, cock-blocked, and spanked so much in One Piece, but he still keeps on getting up, still keeps fighting for his own justice, which is why so many people love him. I myself like him quite a lot. He's neither like a true villain or a true hero. He's really just there fighting for his own morals, for his own nakama. He could be, we could have Smoker Peace one day. You never know, he could be that kind of guy with the sunglasses rocketing on, and he could be a bit of a gag character. But Smoker, we already have a limited rare recruit Tashigi. I myself am a little bit surprised we don't have a limited rare recruit Smoker already, but Smoker, that could potentially mean we will be getting a legend Smoker. I believe, in my own belief anyway, that he's the type of character that when Bandai gets really desperate to give out content, will get a legend. He's that kind of character. He's not too popular, but it's not like he's not popular either. So he's like hovering around in the middle tiers of popularity. But he does fight for his own justice. Let's hope he does get his real justice in One Piece Treasure Cruise. A very solid Smoker is something we still do not have yet. G5 Smoker, the rare recruit, the Coliseum Smoker, they're okay. Not that great. He is on the same level of power, in my opinion, as someone like Cavendish. He's definitely above Buggy, so I don't see any reason why he shouldn't be getting a legend. So Smoker, let's see him get a legend. Bandai, I know you're watching. Legend Smoker on the tables, please. The final member of the Straw Hats yet to get a legend in One Piece Treasure Cruise. It is Chopper. Now, Chopper obviously has many different forms and many different capabilities. He can fight. He's not necessarily known for his fighting prowess. He's good at medicine and healing, that kind of thing. I would imagine he'd be a superb utility unit if he's put into One Piece Treasure Cruise. Or, alternatively, he has a transformation mechanic, either like Frankie or the G4 version 2 Luffy. I think that would be pretty cool if he can transform freely between all the different forms he has, although he has a crap ton of forms, so I'd like to see how they'd implement that in the game. But yeah, that is Chopper. There's not really much to say about him. He's the pet, supposedly, according to the government, the pet of the Straw Hats crew, but he is long overdue, just like Brook. Hopefully we'll see him this year as a legend. Moving on to number 5.
脅かしやがって。おい、あの七部会どこに。なんだこの血の量は。おい生きてんのか。あいつはどこだ。ここで何があった。何もなかった。
Coming in at a strong number 5, we're at the halfway point now. It is the most badass Straw Hat. It is Roronoa Zorro, the one who has no sense of direction, but at the same time gets you on the edge of your seat. This scene was superbly iconic to me. One of the most iconic anime scenes. Nothing happened. Roronoa Zorro versus Coomer. God bless Coomer and God bless Zorro and God bless Oda for such great character development and character writing. Now, there's really not much to say about Zorro. Of course, he's going to be a slasher. His V2, I really hope it's not a 3 times attack boost, because let's be real right now, the game 3 times attack boost is basically a meme right now. Although 6+ Zorro is still a solid legend, he's definitely not one of the top legends anymore compared to all those units who are like 3.75 times attack boost and higher. So I would really like to see some justice for Zorro. He's the second in command, essentially. He's like the vice captain. Well, I wouldn't say he's the vice captain, but he's like the second strongest in the crew. Please don't fight Sanji and Zorro fanboys. Let's just put it this way. They're both very, very major characters. We just got tons of Sanji. We have a Sanji V2 already. So Zorro V2 is very, very likely to come when the 1.0 arc gets animated. As you can imagine, we're going to see the rest of the Straw Hats again, because it's been a freaking long time. Multiple years where we haven't seen the rest of the Straw Hats. So I cannot wait for that to be animated, for Zorro V2 to come out. It will be awesome. There's so many different places where Zorro could be the legend. It could be that Kuma version. It could be the one where he's with Mihawk, maybe even a dual unit with Mihawk. Some people suggested it, but Zorro V2 highly likely to be the 1.0 version. We'll just have to wait and see. Let me know your thoughts. Let's move on to number 4. In 4th place, you guys are on board with me. The one I put at my first place of the top 5 of my personal preferences, it is Bartholomew Coomer, coming in at number 4. Probably most likely for the same Thriller Bark scene, as well as the Thriller Bark scene with Zorro. He also has the one on the Shabodi Archipelago. I don't know how you pronounce that anyway, but it was one of the most iconic of the One Piece scenes. The one, as I said previously in my video, the one that got me from watching the anime into reading the manga. The one where he knocks everyone away. If you'd like to go on a trip, where would you like to go? Chills down my spine. I mean, it's so long overdue that Kuma gets a legend, at least from the Thriller Bark or the Shabodi. Just either one, just bring him to us, give it to us, give us the Kuma Bandai. Simple as that. Let's move on to the top 3, but before we get into the top 3, let's go through the honorable mentions.
Caesar! 違う、俺はビッジの兄弟分。ギャングスター、ガスティーノだ。シュロロロロロロロ。
最後のチャンスだ。キャノンファイヤリング。ルークムーブメント。
海軍。おめえらに俺の力ってもんを見せておこう。晴れて再び敵となるわけだ。ゼハハブラックホール。俺が
あの構え。ロジャーが言っていた。人には必ず出番があると。 よ今がその時だこれでユガラの魔法も全て解けるよな爆弾さらばだ
Alright, who's cutting the onions? Cliche line, but that is a freaking sad scene. Pedro is the one that came out the closest to hitting the top 10 Legend Pedro. Maybe a little bit of recency bias, but goddamn, I would love to see a Legend Pedro myself. I actually really love his voice actor, so to have that in the game would also be very, very nice as well. You've got Legend Caesar, and I'm surprised he wasn't even more popular because I always see on the Reddit, the subreddit of One Piece Treasure Cruise, whereas Legend Caesar, we're also going to get Capone. I mean, Capone Legend is definitely going to happen at some point. Like, I will guarantee it on my One Piece Treasure Cruise account that we will get a Legend Capone in the next year or so, next 365 days. It will be absolutely ridiculous if we don't. Blackbeard V2 is also a big popular shout before the Wako came out, the Whitebeard and Marco dual unit, because Blackbeard is, of course, pretty much the main antagonist of the series now. So, with that set aside, let's move on to the top 3. But yeah, freaking Pedro, man, giving me the tears.
死に場所を求める男の名は百獣のカイド。
In third place, the bronze medal, we have one of the Yonko, Kaido of 100 Beasts. Now, Kaido, we don't know what he does yet. We don't know what he's capable of yet. Apparently, he's now the strongest creature on the planet. We are yet to see him fight properly. But we all know, just at the shout of a voice, he can shatter a freaking island. If Big Mom is going to be overpowered, expect Kaido to be 3 times more overpowered when he is released because of the One Piece Treasure Cruise power creep. I am very excited for him. He's the Yonko I like the most other than Shanks. I don't really like Big Mom too much. And also Blackbeard is a little bit boring for me as well. In comparison to Kaido and Shanks, there's still a lot of mystery around those two. Now with Kaido, we're most likely going to have to wait until there's like a whole arc around him versus whoever he fights against, most likely Luffy, Kaido and his pirates, like his henchmen, the top dogs of the Kaido pirates. Maybe Jack would be a rare recruit in there as well. But Kaido, I'm not surprised he's made it into the top 5 originally. Remember guys, I have excluded both Brook and Big Mom who came 2nd and 3rd. But yeah, Kaido, when we see what he does, when he has more features in the manga as well as the anime, I'm sure he's going to be like a #1 player on most people's lists. But there you go, let's move on to number 2. In 2nd place, had I included them in my top 5, I would have actually put them at first. It's Nekomamushi and Inuarashi, and the reason I excluded them from my list is because I knew they'd be such a popular choice and popular opinion amongst so many people anyway. But Nekomamushi and Inuarashi with a captain swap action would be so awesome. I would love to see what they do. Honestly, I can't think of what they do, like what kind of utility will the captain action bring. It will be awesome to see them released with a V2 batch of Minks. The only problem I have is that they really should have done this when we had Treasure Map Jack. It kind of tilts me they didn't do it. They did an Inuarashi Treasure Map instead. Treasure Map unit, I should say. But that was a little bit disappointing. It could have been an awesome time to bring out a double unit. But they are such hype characters. If they were released together, it would be incredibly hype. Alone, maybe they're legends, you know, like Legend Nekomamushi and Legend Inuarashi, just as from a character point of view, not a unit point of view, wasn't that big of a hype deal or hype unit to release at the time. But if you bring out a dual unit, now that is superbly hype. I don't know when that's going to happen, but I can guarantee you it will happen. It definitely has to happen at some point, alright guys. Let me know what you guys think would be a great captain action, captain ability for these guys. I am very excited to see what they're going to do.
なんだ
誰だ。
お前らか麦わらの一味とは。モンキー・ディ・ルフィに合わせたい男たちがおるんじゃが。何しまった。負けが愛ある拳は防ぐすべなし。随分暴れとるようじゃのルフィ。
じちゃん。
The most anticipated, the most wanted, the favored legend that people want to see in One Piece Treasure Cruise. It's none other than Monkey D. Garp as a standalone unit. Now, Garp x Sengoku was a popular vote, but it did not make it into the top 10. In fact, it didn't make it into the top 15. But I guess that's because we already know that a Garp x Sengoku dual unit is on the horizon. Whether that's a legend or not, we don't know. And it seems like it's going to be a global exclusive. I believe the Doflamingo raid boss is still nowhere to be seen on Japan. And the reason I think that is because I genuinely think that is a global exclusive. Just looking at the artwork, you can tell it's definitely designed by the global team. So Global's Garp x Sengoku, it's very possible it's going to be a global exclusive. Unless it's made by the Japanese version, like the Japanese artist, the Japanese art team, I don't actually think those kind of units will ever come to Japan. So Legend Garp as a standalone, regardless, is a unit I would like to see on the Japan server of One Piece Treasure Cruise, as well as the global server of One Piece Treasure Cruise. All other servers, doesn't matter too much. I guess, I don't know if I have any Korean or line viewers here, but Legend Garp, I want him to be a free spirit captain. I know they're already very, very strong. Luffy X Ace just came out on global. Luffy X Ace and Free Spirits on Japan are still very powerful. I'm not asking for Legend Garp this year specifically, but please just give us some hints that he's going to be coming, because we want this character so badly. I know Bandai knows this, because there's literally no way Bandai doesn't know we want Legend Garp. Please, please, please. He's gotta happen at some point in the future. At the very least, a Legend Garp x Sengoku. Let me know, guys, what you want to see as the most anticipated legend for yourself. Is it Garp? Is it someone else on the list? Is it someone that's not even on the list? Please do let me know in the comment section down below. I will do a better job at replying this time. I know I had left a lot of comments in the previous video, a long time away, a long time to reply, but you'll see exactly why in my upcoming videos, why I've not been so active on YouTube. There's been a lot of good stuff happening instead of bad stuff for once on the behind the scenes. So I hope you guys are excited for that. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. It's been a lot longer than I expected it to be. I wanted it to be like less than 15 minutes long, but we are past the 20-minute mark. But thank you guys regardless for watching. Have a wonderful day. I hope you enjoyed the video, and bye bye.